I'm the Diddy Stitcher. My pronouns are she, her. It is Thursday, the 18th of July today. It's grey outside, but it's warm. Humidity's up like 80%. So it's stuffy. But it's been raining basically non-stop since my last video, since 2 weeks ago. So I think we'll take it. We had a little bit of sun yesterday, which was nice. But yeah, it's July, and I feel like we haven't had any proper sun, like summer. So yeah. Anyway. Let's talk tarot, because I just pulled my card, as I usually do, last week. So I usually pull these cards for like, not as a personal card, as like a stitching card for the Stitchy community, kind of, you know, around our whips, starts, haul, whatever the message needs to be for this, you know, particular hobby. Last week, because I think I was, I don't want to say obsessed, but, you know, I was thinking a lot about the election because it was election day here in the UK. So the card that I pulled on that day was the World. It was like a new end of the major arcana, end of one era, coming into a new era, ready to start again. And that felt really good. That, like, I immediately was like, yes. Like, if you had asked me what card I was going to pull based on that day, it would have been one of the ones that I picked. But it wasn't necessarily about stitching. If you get, you know, a message from my tarot, do let me know. I suppose I was stitching on my election piece, and I'll show that in a bit. But yeah, because I was thinking so much about that, maybe I wasn't tuned in when I was shuffling the cards. Anyway, so today, I feel like I've not got a lot of stitching. I haven't been doing a lot of stitching the last 2 weeks, but I've got lots to show, and I'm very, like, excited about stuff. Got some plans. So when I was thinking, like, oh, what card am I going to pull today, I wonder, I thought it would be something like the Ace of Wands. Like, you know, new beginning, new projects. I don't know. But instead, I pulled the Hermit. I like this imagery. But I don't pull the Hermit a lot for myself in my personal pulls. But it kind of goes against everything that I'm just about to go into, and I don't know. I rarely get cards that kind of go exactly opposite to what I'm gonna do. Usually the cards there to go, yeah, you're in the right direction. It's just kind of confirmation. Yeah, but this is kind of saying, stop what you're doing right now. Just be quiet. So the Hermit's all about, like, taking time for yourself, like meditation, if that's something you want to do, kind of switch off from the outside world and let it be led, you know, find out kind of what you want to do. Just stop. Which is one way to kind of get out of maybe this funk that I'm having that I've not stitched in the last couple of weeks. But at the minute, my plan is to go like full force into start a load of new things. So I'm still going to go ahead with the plan, but let's just put it on the record that this is what I pulled, and if this plan doesn't work and I get really overwhelmed, I should have listened to the card and just stopped. You know? Does that make sense? So, I don't know. It's a strange one today, but that's fine. So yeah, let me know if you got that message. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe this is for somebody else. I don't know. Anyway, I haven't written down what I'm into. I guess planning new starts is probably what I'm into. I'll go into it in plans of what all those are, but past couple of days I've been kitting stuff up, which has been fun. Exciting. It's like given me something to do, like focus on, because I feel like I've not been very focused this past couple of weeks. And that's been difficult for me. Like, I felt a bit lost, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't really have what I'm into outside of stitching. I'm a bit lost. I'm trying to find myself again. Maybe I need to be quiet, but I don't know. So stitching FFOs. I have two FFOs. How wonderful. So yeah, last video I talked about, so it was election day and I was going to go to bed early that night and then get up early in the morning as the results of the election were coming through and stitch the results. As Tom Katsumi did, and you know, lots of other people mark the occasion in different ways. So I did. So here's the finished object. See, we got a lot of red. Label 1. A decent majority. I'll not go into what I think about that. But yeah, the actual stitching, the actual election day, night, whatever. So I went live on YouTube for a couple of hours, and some people were able to join me. Thank you for those who did. You kept me company. And then, so I got up at 1 o'clock, sorted myself out, and I think I was going to go live at about 2, so I did. So there was a few to kind of put in, mostly the northeast. Where I live, we seem to declare first. I can't remember who declared first this time. Was it? I don't think it was Sunderland. Usually it's Sunderland East or something like that. Can't remember. Anyway, so I did a couple of hours. Because it was a real last minute kind of plan to do this anyway. Because really this was just an excuse to get up in the middle of the night and watch it, because I'm a nerd. I like to watch things like that. So I didn't really have a plan of like how to get the information. So I had like several screens open at once, as well as watching the news on the telly. But it turned out that the Financial Times that I used their cartograph, is that what it's called? Because they had the square cartograph rather than a hexagon cartograph. They were updating it live. So they had the prediction that I had printed out and used, and then they like wiped the prediction at 10 o'clock or whatever, and then started putting the actual results in. So it was like a mystery Sal and you just, you know, one stitch at a time would reveal itself, and you didn't know where it was going to be or what colour it was going to be. So that was fun. But yeah, I got to about, I can't remember, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then it was just like, you know, there's 650 seats. 650? Is that right? So once you get to kind of 4 o'clock in the morning, they're declaring all over the place. You can't really keep up with the whiplash. They're only looking at seats that are declaring in, you know, places that are maybe interesting, like Jeremy Hunt's seat that he retained. But we were looking at that, and so we missed, you know, 10 others that are declared at that point. But yeah, it was fun. So I went back to sleep having done half of it, or not even half of it. I don't even know how much I did. And then I got very sick. So I was sat stitching and I felt like tired and achy, but I just thought, you know, it's the middle of the night. Of course, I'm not going to feel great. But yeah, I think I got flu or something, because all of Friday I slept basically. Managed to do some work, some emails and stuff, but I was pretty much dead. Saturday wasn't great. Sunday I felt much better, but for the last 2 weeks my shoulders have been really tight and tense. You know, when you get flu and you get the body aches. It's like the body aches have never gone. It is slowly getting better, but it's definitely like don't feel good. So over the weekend, I managed to finish it. I think we were just waiting on one of the Highland in Scotland seats to declare. They didn't declare until Sunday morning, maybe, because I think they had a couple of recounts. So that I was done, apart from one. I just had to sit there and wait to put all my stuff away until I knew what colour it was going to go. It did, I think that's the one that turned Lib Dem, or retained Lib Dem. But yeah, so that was, it was fun. So this is just the actual Stitchy. It's on 14 count Aida. I chose some colours to represent each of the parties. Did it 2/1, so it looks, you can see a little bit of where it was like I was just going from one place to another all over the place, and then when I woke up and, you know, most of the map was now red, I just went from the bottom, I think, and worked my way up. And there's lots of different colours in Northern Ireland there, because they have their own parties that are not part of the rest of the UK, and the rest of the UK don't stand in Northern Ireland. So very colourful, quite interesting. And then I just backstitched the UK General Election Live 2024. Wasn't like mostly live. If I was to do it again in 5 years or so, I might think of a better plan. And hopefully I won't get sick. But yeah, I just put it in this hoop that I had, and it'll sit up here with my other political things. It's not scented, but that's where the nail is in the wall right now. So just to mark the occasion. Glad that the Tories are not in anymore, but doesn't mean we have to stop scrutinising the government. That's all I'll say about that. So my next FFO, so I finished Always Time for Tea by the Tiny Modernist, and as part of the Stitch the Rainbow Tea Time sale with Trinoy Silks. There's a lot of stitching in this one. It's big. It's like 60 by 60, but that's a lot of stitches on that teapot. So this is on 32 count. Where's 32 count? Permin linen in lavender. I really love how that works with the colouring. Yeah, with the called for Trinoy silks. I've done the ink circles teaberry tile on the same fabric, and I put it in the same frame. Should have brought that up. And yeah, I've already started the next one. I'll show you in a bit. So that'll be going downstairs with the other one, and then my third one, I think that's it, that I'll do out of that that collaboration, but that was really nice. So other finishes, I was debating whether to put this in finishes or haul, but it's a finish. I didn't finish it, but my first most magnificent ink circles came back to me. Oh, I love it so much. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. So this is After the Roses by Ink Circles. It's big. I think this is like 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches. This is on 32 count Lucan, which is, it's kind of like an even weave / linen, and it just comes in this like kind of natural colour, but it's really nice to stitch on. I don't know how the other guys felt about stitching on it, but I really like it. It's all the called for classic colour works. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I can't wait to get this framed. I was looking to see if I could get a frame, like a 9-inch frame. But I can't really see one. I could like order a custom one, but I don't know whether just to put it in my pile to take to the framer, because this is really lovely. Like, I want to put it in the living room and it'd be really pretty. Everybody did a great job stitching it. I think this is Deanna's bit. I'm just looking to see how tight it is. Deanna was definitely the tightest of the four of us. I said to everybody I don't mind which way you do the stitches, because I put the top on, because I think I did this part, just so I'd know which way to kind of put it when it came back to me. But I said don't worry about changing if your stitches go in a different direction, but everybody stitched the same direction. It was a very, very lovely group to be a part of. Thank you so much to Deanna, Rob and Rachel. It was so fun stitching on your pieces as well. I think everybody's got theirs. I think Deanna might still have Rachel's working on, but oh, it's so gorgeous. The light is weird today. The light is definitely like washing stuff out. I love the colours. There's a lot of colours in this one. Don't think some people were too happy that like to colour complete. I'm not one of those people, so I didn't mind. But yeah, I've got little, so I like sent a little note round just like about the fabric, about the floss, you know, don't worry about. I think Rachel added a skein of hickory sticks because I think I was going to run out, but I couldn't get it here. So thank you, Rachel, if that was you. Deanna put in little stickers and a floss strap. Add those to my collection. And then Rob sent, he sent sorry for the delay, but it was like, I don't think there was a delay really. This little, the moon tarot. This is like a card, it's not a sticker. It's like a proper card, but I don't think it's from an actual deck, but it's beautiful. And then a sticker. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. I love it. I love it so much. It's so pretty. And I can't wait to get my forest flower back for the second most magnificent ink circles, because I changed the colours in that, even though there's only 5 colours in that. I changed it to be like this, like pinks and greens. And it's on a different fabric, but I think it'll be a nice companion piece for that too, so I'm excited for that to come back. Maybe I will keep this, and then once my forest flower is back, maybe I can frame them the same, even though they'll be completely different sizes. But yeah, that was a finish. So then so back to the tea time sal. So I started, what's this called? Moon tea time. I'll put in what it's supposed to look like. This is by Wild Violet Cross Stitch. So I just started with the outline of the cup, because that's all filled in with the red. So I'm taking this. Anna started swimming lessons on a Monday night. So instead of just like you can sit and watch them like through the glass. There's no like by the pool seating. It's like in the lobby, but you can see through the glass. So instead of sitting there just scrolling on my phone, because the signal isn't great in there anyway, I thought it would be a perfect time to sit and stitch some swimming stitching. So perfect little tiny knitted hoop. I can take my tablet because it's on Pattern Keeper, and just stitch. And I was talking to another one of the mums there whose daughter started the same week as Anna, and we were just talking about stuff, and then she was like, I'm really sorry, I have to ask you about what you're doing. So I explained what it was, and her older daughter is apparently into stitching. I was trying to ask her about it. She didn't really know whether it was cross stitch or embroidery or what it was that she was doing. She'd done it at school. But she was like, yeah, she really loves it. It's, you know, great. She's not sat in front of a screen. And I was like, yeah, I love it for my mental health. It's brilliant. So I gave her a few tips on kind of what to get, like depending on if it's embroidery or cross stitch that she's into. And maybe watch some Flosstube. Maybe don't watch mine because it got swears, but there's plenty of others that are very friendly. To give her an idea what's out there, because I started stitching when I was 5. So in the 90s, but if we all remember the 90s, it was kind of limited in what you could get. I mean, there's obviously, like, now I know that, like, kind of Mirabilia were about things like that, but basically all of my exposure was cross-stitch magazines and the little kits that you get with magazines. Sometimes little card kits that you got at, I think it was probably Boys at that time. We didn't have a Hobbycraft. Don't know what we had. Or just little craft shops and such. So I didn't know about, I thought we were still stuck in that kind of, you get a kit, you stitch the kit, and that's all you get. You don't get to do anything. It wasn't until I started watching Flosstube that I kind of learned all this stuff. So it's like, if you can, don't lose her to a hobby that she enjoys just because she's not, she doesn't like the options that she has. There's plenty more options, because she was saying that she wants to design her own things as well. I was like, you can just start with graph paper, but there's apps and stuff like that. Like, so yeah, it was fun to talk to her. And then she was like, oh, if I tell her that she'll want to come every week. And I was like, well, we can have stitching club while the younger ones have swimming club. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's a good one to take swimming for a little half an hour while Anna's swimming. And she really loves it. She really loves her swimming. So that's really nice. So then whips. I just haven't done a lot of progress on my whips. So Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street Samplers. Plum Street Samplers. Not samplery. Yeah. You can't even see it. I just filled in the, like, around the stones. Can you see? It's like basically the same colour as the fabric. And that was 125 stitches. This is 28 count Flober. 1/1. So it's teeny, which is also why I haven't wanted to stitch on it. This is what I rolled last video to get some progress on. So I was supposed to get to 50%. Yeah. And I think it's at 29 point something. So, but this is how I'm feeling. I'm just not feeling the want to stitch on these things. So I'm going to start a load of things and give myself more anxiety. I don't know. So yeah, not a lot to show there. I think the other reason that I haven't been stitching is I stitch. I've like two kind of stitchy places in the house. I have here in my office / spare bedroom / crafty wardrobe thing. I have a seat and a Lowry stand, but the seat I can only really stitch up to a 8-inch Q-snap. And then it's just been full of junk. Like, there's just junk on the seat, so I don't want to move the junk off the seat to sit down and stitch. So then I have my other space downstairs in the living room, but we haven't been spending a lot of time in the living room since we got it all nicely done. Because now it's nicely done, we're not eating dinner in the living room in front of the TV of an evening. We're eating it at the dining table, which is lovely. And, you know, like prepping Anna to go to school and sit and have a conversation at the table. She does that at nursery already, but we're trying to instill that in her. But then we just end up sitting at the dining table. We don't go into the living room of an evening. So then we put Anna to bed, and then we just kind of stay upstairs. We don't go back downstairs. So usually I would, on a Monday night and a Thursday night when she stays out, we were maybe going to the living room after dinner, but because Anna started swimming, she's not staying out on a Monday anymore, so then it's just a Thursday. And then, I don't know what we did last Thursday. Oh, we didn't have it because she had to stay home Thursday night because Friday morning she had a induction day at school. So these past 2 weeks have been very just, and I'm trying not to put pressure on myself because it's just circumstances. But I feel I need to reset my... Anyway. My other whip. So this is not mine, but it's the second most magnificent ink circles. This is Julie's piece, Hamsa Mandala. So I'm doing this bottom section. So I've done the corner, this bit, and then I'm working on the hand. And then once I get to the hand, there's just like a few bibbles here, and then I'm finished. But if you watch Julie's Flosstube, go and watch Julie's Flosstube. A couple of videos ago, they were talking about this piece and why they picked it for the round robin. And it's really lovely. So I only want to stitch good feelings into this. Does anybody else rage stitch? Like, not that you're mad at the whip, but you're just... I use cross stitch to, you know, calm down and regulate, and it's a little bit mindfulness. But I can start, and that's when my attention gets really tight, I can start rage stitching and then I'm calm by the end of it, kind of thing. I don't want to put the rage stitching into Julie's project. Like, just want to stitch good vibes, all good vibes, and not even just like neutral vibes. I want to stitch really good vibes into it. Anyway, so it's taking me longer. This piece came to me late. It went on an adventure somewhere in Ireland, I think. It decided to do that for a couple of months instead of coming to me, and then it decided it had enough and eventually asked the postman to finally drop it off. So anyway, I think I was meant to send it at the end of June, but haven't yet. It's still gonna sit out. I don't think the hand should take me too long. And then I will send it to Kim. And Kim's a really quick stitcher anyway, so I'm sure she'll be able to stitch it before like September, at the end of September, when we need to send the next one on. But yeah, really loving this one. It's a really nice pattern to stitch, and Julie's colours are just they picked really good colours. It's actually a Jodery Designs, which I haven't used before, but they're really, really nice. Elven Wood is the colour. I think these are discontinued now, but it's really pretty. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, again, so not a lot of progress. Some, but yeah. And then the other one that I've been working on and still not finished for this month is my Stitch for Pride for July. It's not too bad. I could get this finished, but just again, meh. So this is Stitch for Pride by Dee's 20 Stitches. It's a year-long sal, based on artists that are part of the 2S LGBTQIA+ community. We're learning a lot. We got homework to do on each artist each month, and then we get to stitch a motif that Dee has designed, inspired by that artist. So this month is July. This is Jeffrey Gibson. Have I said that right? I have. I worked myself up earlier thinking that I was gonna say it wrong. I did write down that he's of Cherokee descent and part of the Choctaw Band. I really hope that's right. But yeah, an artist that I'd never heard of before. Again, really nice to learn about. So he uses a lot of indigenous Native American inspiration, you know, as part of his culture. A lot of beadwork, which I just think is so beautiful. Like, I saw not a lot of it. I saw some of it when I was in Canada for Stitch North, and it was just so beautiful. I wanted to buy it all, but I could not, sadly. But yeah, I just love that type of art. So a lot of his work is very geometric, very colourful. So I chose this blue tealy piece. Where is it? This is from Cottage Garden Threads. It's one of their nude, it's like a mist dye. I think it is supposed to be something, rather than like the end of a line or something like that. I think I've got like the actual skein of what it's supposed to be, but I can't remember what it is. But yeah, anyway, and then I took the yellow, which is another Cottage Garden Threads, is Gulliver, and did those highlights. I just picked 4 random blocks to highlight, but I was quite happy with the balance of it. And Michelle, Bendy Stitchy, liked it too, so she did the same as me. I think she chose yellow too. I don't know whether she's doing like just the main colour from the previous month and that's why she chose yellow. I'm just choosing what I think goes best from what I have left. So because Jeffrey's work is so vibrant, I thought the yellow was great. But then the hidden kind of message in this piece is time will tell, and I haven't stitched it yet, but you see a T, a W and a T, and then this is the E for tell. And that's because Jeffrey uses puts a lot of kind of not inspirational quotes, but how did Dee put it? I haven't got my thing up here, but like thought-provoking. It's just a statement, but what does it mean to the viewer of the art? So Dee chose a statement that was personal to him, and I haven't really dwelled on it that much, what that means to me. Maybe as I finish stitching it, I will think about that. But yeah, so that is Jeffrey Gibson. This is on 36 count latte by Fibre on a Whim, 2/2. think that's it. I really like the variegation on that. Very excited to see how it all looks together once it's done. So that was all my whips. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to sort out this and then we'll go on to the next bit. Okie dokie. A few bits of haul. So, I mentioned I'm trying to be on a spending low spend. Just in life in general, not specifically to cross stitch, but heavily weighted towards the cross stitch that I usually buy. So it's going well. This is stuff that I haven't spent since I said that I was going on a low buy. I have done a lakeside order for stuff that I'm kitting up to start. But in general, I have been very good at not impulse buying stuff and sticking to a budget. Anyway, so I bought this previous to me stating that Marnie's mixed bag. She closed her shop, so everything was on sale. So I had a look to see if there was anything that I needed. Didn't particularly need, but picked up. Most important thing that I picked up, I've got a shade card. I've always wanted one of these. So this is the one with the actual samples in. So this was on sale and you see it go for quite hefty prices, but it's already been invaluable because I've been doing some conversions with it. So very glad I got my hands on that. I also just picked up some 32 count even weave in, I don't know what colour they call it. It's not ivory. It's like a creamy. I got some white as well, but I've already used that to kit up something, which I'll talk about in a minute. I think it was in DMC that I've already put away, but the shade card is it's so pretty as well. I don't know where I'm going to keep it to keep it nice. I should keep it in my Bisley with all my DMC, but I need to go through that anyway. So that was that. Got a lovely little happy mail from Deanna as part of her Patreon thing. We get little gifts every quarter so often. So we got more floss straps with little pufferfish. I don't know if they have a name. Little pufferfish. They're very cute. Sticker of a butterfly from their new pattern. I can't fit it on my water bottle. I've already got like space for tiny stickers. So I'm gonna have to. Do I just get a new water bottle and like rotate the water bottles? What do I do? What do people do with stickers? I'm getting better at using them, like putting them on my water bottle. Do people just have multiple water bottles? Anyway. And then some post-it notes with "I must not forget." How cute is that? So cute. And Anna always uses my post-it notes. She likes to draw on them and then just stick them everywhere. She will not be getting her hands on the special ones. I finally got something from Kaylee at the sewing shop. So one, I won Megan and Megan, the long distance stitches giveaway for a $50 gift card. 2, somebody sent me a $20 gift card as a Stitchy kindness. And then 3, Megan asked Kaylee on behalf of a bunch of us to dye some fabric, especially for Moon Phase Bell Pull. So this is going to be a sal at some point. I don't know when, but you're not ready for this. You are not ready for this. Moon Phase Bell Pull. Look at that with the trees at the bottom. The night sky with the moon. What's going to make that better? Aurora. Look at that! Oh my god, look at it! Oh my god, stop it! Look at it! I can't believe I have this. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. Like, you could just frame this. Like, I was looking at it. And like, you know, you could see this, like, if it was the actual aurora. Like, streaking across the sky and, like, going down into the horizon. And then this is, like, a really dark bit at the bottom here. I don't know if this is the bottom, but this is my interpretation of it. Like, you know, this could be, like, the top of a cliff or something. And you could just frame this whole thing and just stitch, like, 2 tiny people, like, stood looking at it. How amazing would that be? But yeah, we're doing moon phases on it. Oh my god, it's gonna look so good! So yeah, Kaylee dyed these special for us. I think, did I mention the diagonal thing? Because that's just how I see it in my mind. I've never seen the Aurora. We did get it here a couple of months ago. But Anna was being very clingy. She came into our bed. Alex was away in Wales. He didn't see it either because he was sleeping. I knew it was going on. But Anna was in our bed and she literally wouldn't let me move in the bed. If I turned over, she would go, "No, Mummy." So I couldn't get out of bed to go and see if I could see it. And then, of course, you see all the pictures the next morning of everybody going, "Oh, look, it was amazing." But then people were saying you couldn't see it with your eyes. You could only see it on the camera. So I don't think I missed out too bad. But when I think about when I do see the aurora, I think about it like going right across the sky, but diagonally. I don't know why. Because it just depends how you look at it, which way it's going. So I think that was something new for Kaylee to try. So I chose 40 count linen to do this on. So I think this is about the size it needs to be, maybe a little bit off the bottom, but it's gonna be pretty big. What's the stitch count? 65 wide by 289 high. It's so good. I'm so excited. So whenever that starts, I'll just be adding it to the start pile. I have startitis. It will be there. So with the rest of the gift cards that I had, I was looking at project bags because everybody loves Kaylee's project bags, and I didn't get a chance to even look at them when I was at Stitch North. I just missed them. So I was looking through, and because we were talking about getting the fabric, I was like talking to Kaylee, and I was like, I could use a new project bag for my moes now that I've put them on a 14 by 11 Q-snap. So you make the big ones. What would be best for that? So she very kindly custom made me, or let me look at some fabric for the project bags. So she made me this. How beautiful is that? So I don't know if this is official William Morris fabric, but it's definitely inspired. And we just did our living room in this kind of green colour. So I love it. It goes with the, arts and crafts sumptuous feel of the Moe projects, but it will, I just love it for anything. Beautiful zipper pull. Kaylee's. She did send another one as well, but Anna stole it from me immediately. It was a lovely little moon. So I don't have that to show. But just, I've been so excited for this. And to put it in, to put my Moe stuff in. And I haven't yet because I didn't show you. So now I'm going to go and play with that. And then I'll have some extra project bags spare to put my new starts in. So excited. So yes, thank you Kaylee for making and dyeing such beautiful things. Thank you Megan and Megan for the voucher, and Terry for your kindness as well. So I didn't spend anything on that, but very happy I have it. Oh, I dropped something. Hold on. Oh, I got a Peter Rabbit stamp needle minder as well that Kaylee makes. Look at that. Amazing. Kind of haul, but kind of, it's just something that arrived in the post. With Natty's project for the second most magnificent egg circle round robin that got stuck. So this is Elemental Dragons Earth. Beautiful. So Natty and Julie have stitched on this. I'm sure there was a note from Natty in here somewhere. Yes. So it's on... Oh, I don't think she said what the fabric is. But it's 40 count because we're a team 40 count. And we're using, it's just DMC 3799 for the dragons, 3814 for the rest of it. So there's just 2 colours on this. And she split it so it's like a triangle this way. So we get to stitch like 2. Oh, there's 3. There's a little baby. I didn't see the little baby dragon. So the 2 big dragons, like a middle little dragon, and then a tiny little baby dragon. Oh my goodness. This is really nice fabric. to ask her what it is. So that came in the mail. Haven't started it yet because I need to finish Julie's first. But I have until September to send this one to Kim. So, what's the date? 18 July. 1, 2. If I give myself like 2 weeks to finish Julie's, which I think is very 2 weeks to finish Julie's is very generous. I probably won't need that much, but then I can send that to Kim, and then I've got like 2 months to do the dragons for Natty and send that one to Kim. So, and then we'll be back on track. So yeah, and then the other thing that I got was some beautiful Stitchy kindness from a viewer, Alison, who just wanted to sent this beautiful card. This is Florence May Dickinson sampler. The card is from Hands Across the Sea, so I'm guessing it's one of their samplers. Look how beautiful it is. Stitched 3 Quirky Quakers for me. So sent a lovely message, but thank you once again for all the time and effort you put into your Flosstube and stitching. They both bring me great joy and inspiration. I'm gonna cry. Like, I just do this for me. I don't do it for the views. I don't do it for the subscriber count or whatever, but knowing that one person found joy in this is just totally worth it. So thank you so much. So Alison stitched these beautiful Quirky Quakers. So this is the 3-part set of, what's it called? These 3 patterns come as a set. Quirky Quaker cryptids, something like that. Anyway, so she stitched the unicorn in this pink. So this is for Anna. I haven't shown her yet because she would run off with it and wouldn't let me have it back, like she did with Kaylee's zipper pull. So I had to keep this to show you guys, and I'll give it to her and she'll put it in her room probably somewhere. But when Alison was asking me about Quirky, she asked what Anna's favourite colour was, and that she's into unicorns and pink. She'll love it. This one is the Loch Ness Monster. The lovely green. Oh, these fabrics, Alison said, were from Witch's Garden Crafts, I believe. So little samples. And the finishing was done by Bee Stitch Bags, something like that. Bee Crafty Bags, excuse me. Lovely finishing. Definitely gonna hit them up to do some of my finishing. And then Sasquatch, Bigfoot. So yeah, these all go up here somewhere to find a big enough space. And this one will go in Anna's room because I will not see that again. But thank you so much. I know how much time and effort that took, and it is very much appreciated. Thank you very much, Alison. So yeah, that was all my haul. Like, I'm a very lucky girl. Plans. Okay, buckle in, everyone. So, yeah, I'm feeling not antsy with my current kind of plan. Quaker Quaker Whip Go fell off the wagon before it even started. So I felt a bit disappointed in myself with that, for like not being able to carry on with that. But I also know about myself that Whip Go just doesn't work for me. I get to about this time and I'm bored of that way of deciding what to stitch. I've got my my board here with my project magnets on, which I will still keep because it's like a visual thing rather than notion of what I have. But the whole like rolling the dice, deciding what to work on, like when I rolled for Cinnamon Stars, it was like I've put the goals too high. They're unattainable. And so then I get demotivated because I know that they're unattainable. So I'm like, why do I do it at all? So I just kind of want to go sweet-wee, stitch what you want when you want, on it all, and not really have goals, because I'm not a project stitcher. I'm a process stitcher. I just like stitching on something. I don't need to get it finished unless there's a deadline of, you know, a round robin, or have to finish it for an occasion or something like that. I don't want to sit here and think, oh, I hope that I roll X project because I want to work on it, and then I don't roll it. Why don't I just decide to work on the thing that I want to work on anyway? So I've kind of decided to start a load of things, because there's stuff that is kitted up or partially kitted, or I've had a pattern for, and I'm like, why am I waiting? I want to start it. I want to scratch that itch, even if I put 50 stitches in it and I put it away again and I don't look at it for another year. It's started. And then I might be sitting here this time next year going, I've got too many projects started and not enough finished. I'll go on a big finish thing. I don't know. But at this point in time, it seems like a good idea to start a load of things. This weekend is 24 hours of cross stitch. I don't normally get to participate officially. I mean, the whole thing is very loosey-goosey. I don't think Jen Lee, who like hosts it, you know, would say that I can't participate because I'm not doing 24 hours. But so I can't do 24 hours because of like looking after Anna. I would be team sleep anyway. So if I do some things over Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I've kind of marked the weekend in. I'm going to dedicate some time to some stitching, but it might not be a full 24 hours. Anyway, so I've got some plans of things that I want to start, and some of them are because I finished stuff recently and I said I was going to start it, but I never got around to it because I was doing other things, or ones that I'm just itching to start. So Friday, tomorrow, I'm going to start Christmas Barn Quilt, which is from Nancy's Needle. It's a counted canvas piece, and I was going to start it when I finished my last counted canvas piece, but I never got around to actually starting it. So I'll be starting that. And also on Friday, I'm going to start a piece for Anna's nursery. I was trying to think, she's going to finish nursery at the end of August and start school in September. So I've got a little bit of time to like sort out a leaving present for everybody at nursery. She's been there since she was 10 months old. She's then going to be 4 years and 5 months old. She's been there, you know, most of her life at this point. And the people who work there are just beautiful people. She's grown so much and she's learnt so much there. I want to give them something. It's not just, you know, a box of sweets to share in the office. So I'm going to stitch the logo of the nursery. Maybe put it in a little frame. So I put the logo into Pick-to-Pat. So it spits it out as full coverage, but I'm not doing the background, and I'm paring down the colours to just, I think it's 5 colours. Just to, I won't show it because I kind of don't want to show where she goes until she's not going there anymore. Not that I think that anybody watches this has any ill intent, but you never know. So I'll show it when I finished it and she's no longer at the nursery. But I'm going to start that, and I'm putting myself on a timer with that one. It's not going to be very big, but it's going to be quite a lot of stitches because it's a little bit detailed. Anyway, that's what I'm going to start and work on whenever I can. So then Saturday, I'm going to start Blossom Goddess. I've had this for quite a while. I think I got this off of Diana, It Is Kismet. I don't really know why I like this one. It's just pretty and I just want to start it. So I'm going to start it. It's one of those ones which I'm not particularly tied to. It might be one that I start and I UFO, but at least I tried. Or it's the paper pattern, so I could, you know, pass it on as a kit or something. But it's just one that I just want to start it. If I don't like it, I'm not married to it. I can pass it on. Other plans on Saturday, Megan, Stitchy and I are gonna have a Zoom date to work on Angel of Love as we normally do, but also we're gonna start Moonglow by Nora Corbett. So it's one of the little ones. I wanted to join in on this. I did start this, but I UFO'd it because I didn't like the fabric that I had chosen for it. I wanted to start it for like the Moonglow Magic Sal, Embrace the Fold Sal, when everybody was kind of doing it. But I'm going to be totally extra, and I'm going to do Floral Dreams as well on the same piece of fabric. Because I like this one. I like the Naked Lady. I don't like the leaves around her compared to Moonglow. And I don't like the yellow. So I'm going to convert the yellow. So I'm going to show you this. It's the pattern, but it's like so tiny you won't be able to see it. And if you do, like, get a life and just buy the pattern. My husband helped me Photoshop the patterns together to see where I should join them up. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. So the blankets are kind of overlapping, and she stood close, and to take away this side of these leaves. I'm going to maybe move the moon up, depending on where I can get it on my fabric. And yeah, this will be like a tealy blue. I'll keep this pink purple, but this will be a tealy blue. Blanket words. And then after I've done these two and maybe put the moon somewhere, then I maybe figure out what I do if I put these leaves back up, these sparkly doodads, whether I fill in the gaps with that or I just leave it and just have the moon and the two ladies. But that is my plan for this. So they're kind of, I don't want to call it moon glow floral dreams, moon floral glow dreams. Don't know. But that is the plan, and I'll be starting that because I got the silk for the teal at Stitch North, so I've been wanting to start that since then. And then because I was going on about it so much, direct quote from Megan, she's gonna start it as well. She's just gonna do Moonglow. She's not gonna do Floral Dreams. So we're gonna have a little bit of time on Angel of Love and then start Moonglow together as well on Saturday before Michelle does her live stream of her Flosstube. So Saturday's gonna be pretty stitch heavy, I think. And then Sunday I'm gonna start glittering leaves. Which I don't know if I decided I was going to start after I'd finished something, but then I didn't start. Can't remember what the plan was. But I picked out Dusty Cottage by Stitch Me. Oh, I picked up Blue Moon by Stitch Me for Moonglow as well. And Kim helped me get that. And Kim helped me get Stitch Me Dusty Cottage for Glittering Leaves. So I've had those since Stitch North, so I've wanted to start it since then. So I'm just going to start them. So that's Glittering Leaves, and then Mother's Arms, I wanted to start, I said I was going to start that after I'd finished my Anna piece, but I've UFO'd the Anna piece, so I'm doing this in kind of Anna's honour. But I'm only doing like the 60 by 60 piece around the face, where you see the face and the baby's head and like the arm and stuff, because I don't need to do the rest of that big skirt and the quilt. It's not really me. And I saw someone had finished it, just done that kind of circle and finished it like kind of like this. It's going to be bigger, but with the trim and just a circle piece. So definitely going to hit up Be Crafty Bags when I finish that to do the finishing, because I'd started that as well and UFO'd it. Can't remember why. Oh, I think I didn't like the colour. So I'm going to change the colour on that as well. She's got like a blue. It's very odd. I love the like the turquoisey background, but then it's like royal blue, a headpiece. So I'm going to make that pink. And yeah. So I had to order different beads and different, I think I just need to change the DMC when I come across it. But that's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna start that as well. So a lot of fancy ladies gonna be started this weekend. Not purely. I mean, kind of 5 out of 7 of them are gonna be fancy ladies. But yeah, I'm just kind of excited for this start, crazy start. But then I'm thinking about what I pulled, and I'm like, maybe this is a bad idea. I'm still gonna do it, but maybe it was a bad idea. After the weekend, maybe I'll think about, because it doesn't mean I need to sit in silence and do nothing. Maybe like just taking time to do the thing that I like. Dedicate time to it. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. We shall see. We'll see after the fact whether or not I should have just done nothing. So yeah, that's plans. It's a lot of plans. So I'm not gonna roll for a whip, because I'll have enough stitching to be getting on with. And then after the weekend, for the next 2 weeks, I'll just kind of see what I work on. I'm gonna have to work on Stitch for Pride and my Round Robin. But apart from that, it's kind of sweetly. And I think maybe I need to not participate in another Round Robin next year. And another Sal. Because Plants and Petrichor is going to start as well. Moonface Bellpool is going to start at some point. Maybe I don't do Sal's anymore. It's a commitment when I just want to sweetie. I know I don't have to keep up with Sal's. I kind of have to keep up with Round Robins because, you know, you've signed up to a certain time frame. Life stuff, just a lot of stuff for Anna, for finishing nursery, for starting school. She had an induction morning at school. We had the whole induction of parents thing of, here's the uniform you need to buy. So I went out and bought uniform. Nothing fits her. It's all too big. I'm gonna have to go buy more uniform. She had her graduation ceremony from nursery, even though it's, you know, it's not for a few weeks, but I cried, we all cried. It was beautiful, so cute, all of them in their little gowns and hats and singing songs. Then it was sports day, and there's just like, I can tell this is the start of this whole school admin thing of there's something to do every week, there's something to send into school, there's something to go to, and I'm already over it. I've signed her up for the after school club because even though the school is literally across the street, she's still too young to kind of come home and just look after herself for 2 hours while I finish work. Maybe when she's like in year 5 or 6, she'll be able to come home and just sit and do her homework while I finish work. But she'll, at the minute, she's still like, be mammy, come and play with me. Doesn't understand that I need to work. So I've paid the last invoice for nursery. There will still be childcare payments. And then Lord knows what we do over the summer holidays and stuff like that. Anyway. But yeah, I've been tired and achy with this leftover from the flu or whatever. I don't know if it was actually COVID. Things smelt weird for a bit. But we don't do testing here anymore. It's weird. I don't really like it. I wish that we were all still testing. So yeah, I think these past 2 weeks I've been very, I wouldn't say demotivated. I just haven't had the desire to do anything. So I'm kind of kickstarting myself to get excited about stuff again this weekend. Hopefully it doesn't backfire. But we'll see. I think that was all that I wanted to update you on. That was a lot. I think I'm gonna go have lunch now before I tidy up and edit. But yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Love you lots.